What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about A5 Hotaru. As you all saw in yesterday's video, on this account, I was able to get enough memories through the event to be able to A5 her. It cost me about 50 American dollars in total because all I bought was the KOF pass, and I gotta say, guys, it is well worth it, right? In my situation, definitely well worth it to me. She is insane as a sport. In fact, whenever you're able to take her to A5, now granted, A5, she is actually better than Cronin. Now, Cronin only needs to be level 90, guys, to get those increased damage received by 95%, right? He only needs to be level 90. So that is a huge advantage that he has, and he doesn't need his 3PG. Speaking of which, Hotaru, guys, I've made some mistakes in the past regarding this character, like how to play her, how to get the optimal damage out of her, and you definitely want her 3PG for the 50% all attack and the 50% decrease of defenses. This thing is insane on her if played properly. But before we go any further in this video, I do want to remind all of you guys that today is the last day for Hotaru. Make sure that you collect everything that you can, get all of your coins, use all of your coins in the exchange shop, and get whatever you need, right? Obviously, level her up as much as you want to, right? You need one 3PG. You really want those set cards if you can get it, and you really want this increased target damage received stone. Now, this stone here, guys, in all reality, you don't need it. It's not a necessity for her, but considering that, if you really want to get some optimal damage out of her, and you're going to want to use that 3PG, being able to build up her PG a little bit easier with this PG rate that she has on this stone would help. It would actually help quite a bit. It would actually make your life a lot easier with playing her. Obviously, as you guys can see, I don't have it. I didn't use it, didn't really need it, but it is a nice thing to have, and I do think it'd make your life much, much easier. But let's talk about old Hotaru. Let's talk about this girl because she is quite nice. Now, I'm running this, Hotaru set on her with the super armor card. That way when we drop in, we don't get interrupted. Now, here's the thing with Hotaru, guys. Whenever you drop this girl in, right, you want to have all of her PG rate already ready to go. You want her to have three bars of PG or power gain already ready. That way, whenever you drop her in, you can go straight into your 3PG. Do not use your skills. And this is where I made my mistake before when I played with her. Whenever I showed you guys how to play her before, I was like, I would do 3-1-2 or 3-2-1, and then I would go into my 3PG. And the thing is, man, whenever you do that, you're actually using a lot of these attack buffs, for a lot of their duration, right? I mean, this is a 12-second duration, right? In all fairness, but if you're using the 3PG, you're wasting a good 6 seconds, 7 seconds of this duration. You're not going to get as much of it whenever you switch into your main damage dealer, in our case, Ivy, right? And the same thing with all these others. Like this buff here lasts for, 10 seconds, right? 10 seconds. So you're losing 6, 7 seconds of this if you hit her skills before you go into her 3PG. And as many of you already know, when you do her 3PG, if you use her skills and then go into her 3PG, well, then her skills are not going to be ready to go after the 3PG. The way to play her is when you drop her in, use her 3PG, and then go 3-1-2. That's what works out the best for me. I just do it that way. If I go 3-2-1, it seems like it's harder to cancel skills and kind of go through the rotation at a faster rate. But if you go 3-1-2 with her after you do her 3PG, she'll be pretty damn nutty. And you want to do all three of these skills because they all give, some kind of buff, whether it's increased target damage received, whether it's an attack buff to female targets, whether it's decrease all enemies' defenses by 30%. And I only have this one imprint stone that does give her the increased target damage received by 15% for 5 seconds. Now, if I was using the other stones on her, like the decreased defense stones that I showed you guys before, that I have on my Cronin, the damage that you guys are going to see in the guild raid run would actually be even better. We would do even more damage. And that's the thing, guys. My Cronin, with all of his defensive stones, I'll just show you really quickly here. Let's kind of get rid of all this crap. My Cronin here, like he has the decreased defense stones on him, right? 2 decreased defensive stones by 50%, right? And he's got an increased target damage received stone on him by 12%. Hotaru only has the increased target damage received stone for 15%. That's it. If I was to put these other stones on her, if I was to give her this other increased target damage received stone and give her this stone right here, my damage would go up even more, right? I mean, so that is also something to keep in mind when you're looking at Hotaru as far as, how much extra damage we're actually doing. And for the team run that I'm going to show you guys, right, we're going to be using, the OP team, which is Athena, Hotaru, and Ivy. Now, I don't know if this is the best team just yet. I'm wanting to try some other teams, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys this because this is pretty damn nutty, right? Especially for those of you that have Athena. Now, on Athena, guys, I am using a Serena set. I'll give you a little tidbit. If you are able to use, or if you have this other set that's in the game, which is, if I can find it really quick here. Yeah, this set right here. If you have this set, it's actually going to make your life a lot easier when it's equipped on Athena or your other character besides Hotaru and your damage dealer, because it actually increases power charge rate 50% by 7 seconds when tagging in. So, you're going to get 50% PG gain the moment you tag in Hotaru, right? After I use Athena, I'm going to use Hotaru, and I tag her in, she get 50% PG rate, which means that's going to be much, much easier for you to go into your 3PG with Hotaru immediately after tagging her in. Now, you do not need it in the run that I'm going to show you guys. You don't need it. You just got to give Hotaru a PG rate striker, and that will make up the difference. But if you want to use a different striker that might add some buffs, then having this set right here on Athena would actually be a little bit better, right? This is a really nice set. This was a free-to-play set, but you did have to spend, rubies to be able to get this. But if you don't have this set, the run that I'm going to show you, we actually are using just the Serena set, okay? Just because I wanted to keep it a little bit more free to play, even though we are using an A5 Hotaru. But there are players out there that were lucky enough to get the girl free to play to A5. I know there aren't a lot of you out there, and I know there are some that were able to do it. So we're just using the Serena on her. Of course, we're going to be using Athena's buffs as we always do. I don't think we need to go into all that. And for Hotaru, I am using Hotaru as a striker. Now, Hotaru just offers the 15% PG gain. There are plenty of other characters that do this, Lady Choi. There's lots of other characters that offer PG gain as well, as I've talked about in other videos. There's plenty of others that offer, you got Shizuru that offers 10% PG gain. Plenty of them offer a lot of PG gain, guys. If they offer 10%, that's going to be enough. It's going to be able to get it done because, more than likely you're going to be running the Hotaru set on her, which, does have a 30% chance to give her 5 bars of PG gain. Really, you don't need the striker, but if you have a striker that gives PG gain in the team setup that I'm showing you guys with the cards that I'm using, then it would be a lot easier for you and make your life a whole lot easier and make Hotaru much more consistent as far as being able to use the 3PG every single time that you drop her in. It's going to make a big difference, guys. If that 3PG is not ready when you drop her in, it means you have to go in your skills, and you're going to lose a lot of damage because of it, because you're not going to have those buffs really applied to Ivy or your damage dealer afterwards for as long as duration. It makes a big, big difference. And also, guys, with Ivy, it's the same old, we're just using the Soul Calibur set with these 2 cards, and, she has the imprint stones here. The first stone here gives her the increased critical damage. I've talked about all this about 20 million times. Then, of course, Okita gives the critical damage by 30%. If you don't have Okita, then you could just use Leona that gives critical damage by 30%. That's always available in the game. And so whenever you start this fight off, guys, what you want to do is you want to be able to get Hotaru. You want to be able to get Hotaru's EX skill ready to go, because that thing's going to give her, increased target damage received by 35% whenever you take her to A5, whenever you use this weekend, all right? Thrill isn't worth a crap, guys. It just resets tag cooldowns, which means you can only use it every other rotation. It's just not as good as having that nice increased damage received by 35% every single rotation. And so you want to make sure that you have this thing ready the first time that you bring in IV. So whenever you start off the fight, you want to bring in Hotaru. You want to try to get her card set to proc and get 5 bars of PG gain. And then go into her 3PG. After her 3PG, do a little guarding against Geese. And then when there's 2 seconds left on her EX skill, or about 3 seconds left on her EX skill, go ahead and hit the 3-1. Do not apply shock. Don't use your second skill whenever you're using Hotaru, because if you do apply shock, you're going to break the meter too fast if you're using Athena on the team. Obviously, if Athena is not on the team, things are going to be different, and then we're going to be doing things completely different. But if you have Athena on the team, don't use your shock. Only use 3-1 with Hotaru. Try to build up her 3PG. Do her 3PG in the very beginning of the fight. And then afterwards, guard and wait till you have about 3 seconds left on your EX skill. Then hit your 3-1 to try to build a little bit more PG. And then switch to Ivy and just do Ivy's, normal rotation to try to do her 3PG. Do her 3PG, and then afterwards do Athena. Build up Athena's 3PG. Apply her chill and shock from her second skill. Go into her 3PG. And then afterwards, second skill twice. And then use Kusanagi. Now, Kusanagi is a little extra addition that's made a very, very big difference in the damage. So whenever I didn't use Kusanagi on this team, guys, I was able to get about 960 billion. Just to let you know, with Cronin, it was around 860 billion. So I did 100 billion more with A5 Hotaru versus Cronin, right? I mean, granted, he's A3, but still, right? So just a lot better. 100 billion more damage is a tremendous amount. But with Kusanagi, with this, he applies the Infernal Flame to all enemies for 10 seconds and deals burn damage equal to 60% of attack every 1 second, which is super high. But the big thing about him is that he decreases critical rate by 80% and defenses by 30%. He decreases defenses by 30%. So you want to put this thing on Athena. The moment you bring her in after her 3PG and you do Yo 3 and hit the second skill twice, then you want to apply Kusanagi. You'll bring in Hotaru, do her 3PG immediately, don't use her skills, and then after her skills go 3, 1, 2. Use your PG striker whenever you need to build up your PG, and then switch to Ivy, 3, 1, and second skill, and then hit her EX core and hold her second skill down. And remember, like I said in previous videos with Ivy, if darkness is on the ground, you need to throw in her hyper armor skill, her third skill, every once in a while so you have a little extra survivability. So today's video, guys, I'm just going to let you guys watch the entire run. I've explained what you need to be doing, but just watch it and you'll see exactly what I'm doing. And I will be trying some runs without Athena to see how well we can do. I actually have an idea for a different run where maybe we can increase the damage even more. Why are we doing this? Because we just want to get really good scores. And I'm pretty much expecting that we're going to get trailers for Shun'e and Iori today. More than likely, whenever the upload of this video happens is when we'll actually get a trailer, or maybe before or after. You just never know with Netmarble. But guys, if you can and you are able to, I really would advise you guys to try to take Hotaru to A5, especially if you're trying to push your guild raid scores or push your guild boss challenge scores. She really will make a big, big difference in the damage. Even aside from Athena, guys, take Athena out of the equation. I used Hotaru just in a leadership, and the damage was pretty similar to what I'm going to show you in this run. It was still a little bit better with Athena in the leadership, but seriously, she is insane, guys. She's a super amazing support. I haven't tested her as far as damage, but as a support, she is godly. She is a crazy, crazy strong support. And we really have come extremely far with good old Ivy here, because, I mean, the first time I did Ivy, I think I got like 600 and some billion in guild raid. And, in the last video you guys saw, we had like 860 billion. Wait until you see what she does today. The amount of damage increases that we have been able to do because of all these additional buffs that we have implemented throughout this little adventure with our guild raid runs has absolutely been bonkers. So guys, let me know what you think about the video. Let me know how y'all doing in the game and what you think about Hotaru. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. JJ+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care. Jesus.